Keanu Reeves once said something that left the world speechless. Not everyone who comes back loves you. Sometimes they're just lonely, and you were their comfort zone. You gave them everything. Your love, your trust, your soul. And just like that, they left. No explanation, no closure. Now they're back, smiling like nothing ever happened. But why? Is it guilt, redemption, or something far more dangerous? A well-disguised manipulation wrapped in apologies? This video uncovers the truth most people refuse to admit. Your ex didn't come back because they love you. They came back because they miss what you gave them for free: attention, forgiveness, the feeling of being enough. But now, you're the one who gets to decide. Stick around to the end, because Keanu's words might just save you from making the same painful mistake twice. You see, the people who hurt you don't always come back because they regret it. Sometimes they come back because they need something from you: comfort, attention, or simply the familiarity you once gave them. They don't always seek you out for love or appreciation. And if you're not careful, you'll find yourself trapped in the same cycle, placing your trust in someone, only to be left picking up the pieces once again. But this time you have a choice. You can look them in the eye, look within yourself, and ask, have they truly changed? Are they back for me or for themselves? And most importantly, do I still need them? Sometimes the greatest lesson life teaches us isn't how to hold on to someone. It's how to let go of what no longer serves us. Not everyone who enters your life is meant to stay, and not everyone who returns deserves to be welcomed back. Why now? What has changed? Have they finally realized my worth, or is there something else hidden beneath their return? Let me tell you a truth. This is almost never about them finally recognizing your value. It's not about love. It's not about remorse. It's about something much deeper, something that has more to do with them than with you. People who hurt you and then return don't do so because they've suddenly seen the light. They don't wake up one morning with a revelation that you were the best thing that ever happened to them. No, they come back because they feel empty. They don't return because they miss you. They return because they miss what you gave them. A void they tried to fill with something else, someone else, another choice, a different path. But what they fail to understand is that when you hurt someone who truly cared about you, you don't just lose a relationship. You lose something real. You lose someone who once looked at you with trust, with kindness, with an open heart. And once that is gone, nothing can replace it. Maybe when you were there, giving your all, they didn't see your worth. Maybe to them, you were just an option, something constant, someone who would always be there no matter how many mistakes they made. But distance has a cruel way of revealing the truth. Your absence forces them to face reality, to realize that not everyone will love them the way you did. And when that truth hits, it's like a freight train, powerful, sudden, and unstoppable. But here's what matters most. You are not their safe harbor every time they realize they lost something. You are not a backup plan, an escape route when they discover that what they searched for in others could never compare to what you gave them. And this time, you have every right to ask, are they back for me, or just to fill the emptiness inside them? And now they return, not because they have healed, not because they have grown, but because they feel the loss. Listen carefully. When someone feels loss, love is not always what brings them back. Sometimes it's their ego whispering, let's see if I still have control. They return not because they want to fix what was broken, but because they want to know if the door is still open. And here's what you must understand. Your kindness, your forgiveness, your loyalty, these are not weaknesses. They are your strength. But when someone comes back after hurting you, you must ask the hard questions. What is their purpose in returning? Have they truly changed, or are they just seeking comfort? Are they back to make things right, or simply because they need a temporary refuge? Don't let yourself fall into the illusion that their return equates to love. Because real love is not something a person discards only to retrieve when they feel lonely. Because love doesn't hurt you. Love does not abandon you in pieces. Love builds, protects, and stays. If someone truly loved you, they wouldn't have left in the first place. But the truth is, they don't always come back because they miss you. They come back because they miss how you made them feel, loved, comforted, believed in even when they didn't deserve it. You were the one who encouraged them, who saw their potential when no one else did. You gave them a sense of peace they can't seem to find anywhere else. When the world out there is cold, when they have no one left to turn to, when the things they thought would replace you fail to provide the same security you once did, they start to remember. But remembering does not mean love. Remembering does not mean they truly appreciate you. They don't miss you, they miss how you made them feel. The attention, the care, the priority. But have they ever once considered how you felt when they walked away? Do they remember the nights you suffered alone in the pain they caused? Do they remember the despair, the confusion, the betrayal as you stood there, watching them leave as if you never mattered? And now they return. Not because they have changed, not because they have realized your worth. They return because they miss the comfort you once provided. But here's what you must understand. Just because they miss you does not mean they deserve a place in your life. Not everyone deserves a seat at a table they once chose to walk away from. Ask yourself, are they back because they truly regret, or because they feel empty? Are they here to make amends, or just because they need a temporary shelter when life is no longer going their way? Don't let yourself believe that their return is proof of love. Real love is not something that can be discarded and picked back up when it's convenient. This is a test, not a gift, not a fairy tale about a sweet reunion. It is a lesson to see if you have learned from the pain they caused. Will you let them back in without hesitation? Will you ignore the warning signs, the patterns that led to your pain in the first place? Or will you stand tall, hold your head high, and say, I see you, but I see myself too. And this time, I will not sacrifice my well-being just to make you comfortable. I am not saying that people cannot change. They can. But change is not just a fleeting promise, not empty apologies spoken in desperation to return. Change is action. It is consistency proven over time. It is humility, the ability to acknowledge one's mistakes, the courage to say, I hurt you, and I understand the depth of that wound. More importantly, real change does not reside in words alone. It is evident in behavior, in how they treat you, in what they do rather than what they say. A truly remorseful person does not return merely seeking forgiveness. They return with a sincere desire to make amends, with a deep awareness of what they have done, and with a commitment never to repeat it. But if they are unwilling to do that, if they return only because they feel empty, lonely, or selfishly curious about whether they can still access your life as easily as before, then they have not truly changed. And if they are not ready for that, then they do not deserve a place in your life again. Life is a journey of growth. It is about learning who deserves a seat at your table and who should remain outside. It is about protecting your peace, your heart, even when it is difficult, especially when it is difficult. Because not everyone who leaves deserves to return. Not everyone who hurts you deserves a second chance to do it again. And this is not bitterness, it is wisdom. It is not rigidity, it is self-respect. So when they return, do not rush. Do not let fleeting emotions cloud your judgment. Pause. Take a deep breath and allow yourself time to reflect, to evaluate, to see the full picture. Ask yourself, why are they back? What do they need? Have they truly changed, or are they simply seeking an escape from their own emptiness? And most importantly, do I truly want this? Because this time, the story is no longer about them. It is about you. The real question is not about their return. It is about you, how you choose what is best for yourself. Ask yourself, does their return contribute to your growth, to a better life, or does it only pull you back into old wounds? Do they bring value, or do they once again drain your energy? You have the right to ask these questions. You have the right to protect your heart. Because not everyone who leaves deserves to come back. Not everyone who hurt you should be given another chance to do it again. This is not resentment, not stubbornly clinging to the past. This is clarity. This is self-worth. I want you to do one thing. If they return, do not blindly trust. Do not let emotions override logic. Pause. Take a deep breath. Observe carefully. Listen not just to their words, but to their actions. Ask yourself, why are they back? What do they truly want? And most importantly, do I really want this? Because this time, the story is not about them. It is about you, about the life you want to build, about the future you deserve. You have endured the pain, you have learned how to heal, and you do not need to return to square one just because someone suddenly realizes your worth. And remember this, walking away does not mean you are weak. On the contrary, it proves that you are strong enough to choose yourself, mature enough to understand that forgiveness does not always mean reconciliation. Sometimes, forgiveness simply means finding peace within yourself, allowing your heart to be free from the past. You have grown from that pain. You have changed. You are not who you used to be. And not every chapter in your life needs to be reopened. Some should remain closed forever, not out of hatred, but because you deserve to write a new story, one that is brighter, better, and worthy of the person you are becoming. You have changed. You have grown. You have begun to heal, or at the very least, you are on that path. Do not let their return erase everything you have worked so hard to rebuild, because healing is not a fleeting moment, it is a process. And you have come too far to allow someone to return and break everything apart again. Never forget, sometimes their return is not an opportunity to rebuild what was broken, but a lesson, a test, a way for life to ask you, have you truly learned from that pain? Are you strong enough to uphold your boundaries? Will you still allow someone to enter your life without proving they deserve to be there? Do not let their presence distract you. Do not let their apologies, their sweet words, or their remorseful demeanor make you forget what you have been through. Because words can be smooth, beautifully crafted, but actions reveal the truth. I am not saying you should close your heart, reject all connections, or live in fear and distrust. No, that is not the message here. But remember, your heart is like a garden. It needs to be protected, nurtured, and not everyone deserves to walk in and trample the flowers you have so carefully tended. The message is not to lock your heart away or to live in resentment, but to love yourself enough to make the right choices. Forgive, but do not forget the lessons that pain has taught you. Heal, but do not hand over the key to your heart to those who do not cherish it. You have spent too much time building a sanctuary within yourself. Do not let someone walk in and destroy it as if nothing ever happened. Because trust me, they will return. And when they do, you must be ready. Ready to listen, but also ready to stand firm. Ready to forgive, but also ready to protect your peace. Ready to see them for who they truly are, not the version you once hoped they would be. Do not let your heart be swayed by old emotions, by beautiful memories now tainted by time. Your time, your energy, your heart, all of it is priceless. And not everyone deserves it. You deserve people who do not need to lose you to recognize your worth. You deserve people who love you without requiring you to prove it. Those who see your value from the start, who do not treat you as a temporary option. The people who truly deserve to be in your life are the ones who appreciate you from the very beginning. They don't hurt you first and then realize your worth. They protect your heart, respect your trust, and never see you as a temporary option. And until those people show up in your life, you must be the first to protect yourself. Set the standard for how others treat you. So, if someone comes back after hurting you, don't let their return become the highlight of your story. Don't let them walk in as if they're bringing something special. What's truly worth remembering is not them, but the strong person you've become. Let your growth, your strength, and your wisdom shine. Let the fact that you had the courage to choose yourself, even when it was hard, be your greatest victory. Because at the end of the day, this life is yours. This journey is yours. And you have the power to decide who gets to walk beside you, who is truly worthy of your presence. Remember, you are not an afterthought. You are not a second chance. You are not someone's backup plan for when they have nowhere else to go. You are a priority, a person of value, someone who deserves to be loved the right way. And whether or not someone comes back, stand tall, walk forward with pride, and keep moving ahead. Because your best days are not behind you. They are waiting for you just ahead. And finally, remember this. You don't need to chase people who only see your value once they've lost it. You deserve a relationship where love doesn't come with conditions, where respect isn't earned through pain. Like Keanu Reeves once said, peace is better than attention. Let that be your motivation to choose yourself, even when it's hard. Ask yourself, who truly values you without having to lose you first? If this spoke to your heart, like, share, and comment below. I read every word. Don't forget to subscribe for more powerful stories and real-life lessons. Until next time, honor your worth. Always.